Right, guys, panic over. CeCe has been found. He's returned to YouTube. I was worried. I don't know about you guys, but I was really starting to panic that we'd lost CeCe. Frankly, I don't know how I could have gone on without his hair. His hair is what keeps me up during the day. It's what gets me up. It's what allows me to keep existing, knowing that the world is a good place because of CeCe's hair. And if CeCe had gone forever, I don't know what I would have done. I would have felt empty inside. So thank goodness CeCe's back, and today we are going to cover his latest video. His latest video is titled Illustration on Our Flat Earth. He is, of course, sitting in his van. I really was worried that we've lost one of our great shouting in a van institutes, and you know, I'm so happy that he's back. So do me a favor, like the stream, share the stream, subscribe if you're not already, and if you're watching this VOD later on, swipe left a couple of times on comments and hit the hype button. But most importantly, if you're watching as a VOD, just skip the next 90 seconds because it's an intro and I play some music. But if you're here watching live, and there is about 70 of you already, so you don't get a choice. You just have to watch the music and be a part of it. And if that happens, there's a rule. It's a very simple rule, but you have to follow the rule. The rule is that if the music plays and you're watching, you dance. Because if you don't dance, I'm going to send Daniel Pratt directly to your home. And he smells because it's been really bloody hot. Like the normal stink, it's been amplified. So if you don't dance, you're getting Daniel Pratt at your home. But if you do dance, I'm going to give you a cookie.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Earth thinks that evolution's real. Chemtrails don't exist, vaccines work. Climate change is happening, we landed on the moon. The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Study, it's not alright. Baby, it's not alright.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what Donald Trump did to fairness at the World Cup. Hello, FIFA? Yeah, I don't want that red card on my team. No, take it away. Yes, Mr. Trump. Absolutely, Mr. Trump. Sure, would you like me to suck your balls? Football, hey. So, yes, CeCe's back. Thank goodness. I know we're all worried. But just before we get started, I'm going to pop on a little super chat goal. And if we reach that super chat goal, I will phone CeCe. And, check in on him, make sure he's all good. You might be cooking dinner, a little bit early, maybe, but we'll see. But yeah, if you reach that super chat goal, guys, then I will give CeCe a call. Because, of course, CeCe says, any questions, give me a call. And then he puts his number on his channel. And I'm sure there's going to be some questions from this video because he has returned and he has released a new video. Just wanted to take a little second to thank everybody for being here. You especially, Rachbot. You know why. Borg Emporia, glad that you could make it. Lindsay Bow, Cal Derv, F Grudge, The Mojek, Sutek, Borg Emporia, Anna N. Handel, Zoomicide, Mr. Toffees. Yes, that Jane Doe. Kip there, who's been a member for 18 months, which is 1.5 around the Barry Centre of the solar system, says, weird, I rarely catch your lives because I'm at work. I can phone your boss and tell them that I'm your doctor and you need to take time off if you like. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Joe Black. Hello, Fox with Kerman. Whale panties with our shark fact of the day. Named for a spotted collar behind the gills, resembling a necklace. Necklace carpet sharks are only found between latitudes 37 south and 41 degrees south in water off of southern Australia. Australia is fake. I thought we all knew that. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And yeah, Mr. Toffees says, shame Scotland didn't do something similar. Oh wait, nobody important comes from Scotland. Pretty much everything good that's ever been invented came from Scotland, guys. Or at least a Scottish dude was involved. Especially haggis. That's like the best invention of the universe, basically. The Barry Centre in Wales again. Yes, I know, says the Mojek. Right, so yes, CeCe. I know we've all missed him, and I know you've missed him. I've missed him, and if you want me to give him a call, then just reach that super chat goal. We've got 2 hours to get 30 super chats, and super chats are the lifeblood of the channel. They allow me to keep doing this full time and support my family. And you can really, really help support the channel with just a little super chat of $1.99 or $2, whatever you've got. Also, becoming a member or gifting a membership to somebody else massively helps the channel. And if you gift a membership to someone else, then they come around and give you a hand job. I mean, that's just in the rules. So, you know, if you gift anyone a membership and they get the membership, they have to come around and give you a handy. I don't make the rules, but you have to follow them. So who wants to hear what CeCe's got to say? Because I do. I think I know what he's going to say at the start.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CeCe here, Chris. From New York, Westchester County. It's 7/2/26. As you can hear, I have the AC cranking. Because today happens to be the hottest day of the year. We're going to hit 105, I believe, today.
Yeah, but climate change is totally fake, right, guys?
In Westchester County, but that doesn't matter. It's hot all over. I mean, in every country, they're having heat waves. Okay, I've never seen anything like it before. You know, there's a lot of things I haven't seen before.
A GCSE certificate, a degree certificate, the inside of a college, friends, a wife that likes you, any of these things. I mean, come on, guys, let's give CeCe some credit here. The dude's lost some weight, right? Let's compare. I mean, I'm always impressed when someone loses weight because I've gone through it and I know how hard it is. But let's compare CeCe now to back in the day. Right? Look at CeCe there to there. The dude's worked hard. I mean, round of applause for CeCe. I'll ask him his secrets. F Grudge has gifted 5 memberships, so Abdef, Anna N. Handel, Lindsay Bow, Fox with Kerman, and Joe Black, the Lord of Blackness, all have to go round and give F Grudge a handy. I don't make the rules. Thank you very much. Kyle Lloyd, not Kelly. Kyle Lloyd 4437 with $5 says, thank you, FTFE. No, thank you, random citizen.
And there's a lot of things that scientists have never seen before either. But yet were produced. Diagrams, illustrations. That's what they call them. They call them illustrations. You'll see the...
Specifically, what haven't scientists seen? I'd like to know the answer to this question. I will ask CeCe this when I give him a call.
Little fine line on the bottom, you know. You'll see it says this is just an illustration. But
yeah, when they show like pictures of distant stars or distant planets or, you know, sometimes satellites in space, it will say it's an artist's impression because it's kind of hard to actually get real pictures of those things. So they have artists' impressions, and that's just a normal thing. But flat earthers think that means that it's fake. But let me ask you this. When have you ever seen a real picture of the flat earth? It's only ever illustrations, right? There is no pictures of the flat earth. But there's real pictures of Earth from space, taken with actual physical cameras. Mr. Toffees, who's been a member for 52 months, which is a fucking long time, says, smegging hell, 52 months, I must be mad. No, it's just because I've holding your family hostage and you don't have a choice. Vegas Archie says, it's funny that people love CeCe than do me. More people love CeCe than do me. I don't know, everyone here loves you, Vegas. Everyone in the chat, tell Vegas how much they love him. On a scale of 1 to 10. Yes, Sam. Sam McBride points out that CeCe's lost weight. He definitely has.
The problem is with these illustrations, and they never call them photographs, they're using these
apart from when they're photographs, of course, then they call them photographs.
Illustrations to show our kids what and how it actually exists. Okay, let me give you.
Yes, they show kids pictures of what things look like. Well done. That's a thing that happens. You use diagrams as illustrations because you can't always get a picture of everything. Can you get a picture of the inside of the Earth? No, because the inside of the Earth is thousands of degrees centigrade and really hard to get to. So what do? We show them a diagram of what we expect to be down there.
An example.
Hey, Fitz.
This is just an example, okay? Hearsay example. We're told that there are many layers of Earth, but yet everything that I've seen, all the diagrams and illustrations that I have seen, are fake. They're not.
No, just because they're illustrations or diagrams or representations of data does not mean they are fake. There's an entire science called seismology, which we can use to pretty much figure out what's inside of the Earth, because we understand how waves interact with matter. We understand that certain waves will go through certain bits of matter and certain waves won't go through certain bits of matter. We can use earthquakes and the waves created from those to show what is inside of the Earth. Vegas Archie also gifted 5 memberships, so CB, Kyle Lloyd, Paint Slayer, Blankety Blank, John C. Norris, Olskaster, and all need to go and give Vegas Archie a handjob. Again, I don't make the rules. It's just what YouTube makes you do. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. I do appreciate it.
Real. Someone drew them. Or a computer made them. Who knows? Nowadays, you could put a Picasso and probably pass it off as a real Picasso. Okay, all right.
Nowadays, you could put a Picasso and pass it off as a real Picasso. Well, yeah, if it's a Picasso, then it's probably going to be a Picasso. Rubik's is in the chat. I'm allowing them access to the internet from my basement. Hey, Rubik's, with the heat wave going on, have you been all right down there? How have you been coping? What do you mean you need more water? You think water's just free? Like, I could just get water from anywhere. I mean, there is rivers and stuff, but that's not the point. Look, I've told you so many times that there's a damp patch at the side. Oh, it's dried out. Oh. I mean, that seems like a you problem, frankly. Anyway, I'm busy. See you later.
Anyway, my point is, they have diagrams of the Earth. Okay, this is the one thing I cannot believe people will at least look at and listen. Okay, just listen, because this is the tip of the fucking iceberg. Don't you see this? The tip of the fucking iceberg. Just this one little thing.
Oh, he's getting angry already. PhD Tony, you might like this, being someone who's an expert in seismology. Because there's no pictures of the core of the Earth, therefore it's all fake. Brilliant, right? We've got 1 out of 30 super chats, and if you guys want me to give CeCe a call to question him about this video, we just need 29 super chats, and they can be the little super chats, as long as the ones where you type something. And do remember, with super chats, guys, don't waste them. If you super chat, you can make me say whatever you want.
But people won't listen. Okay? They don't care. They don't look. They don't want to know the truth. I'm convinced now. I think that's what it is. I just think they just don't want to be bothered with the truth, and they just want to get on with their fucking lives and do whatever the fuck they do and do nothing and not say anything. One thing, layers of Earth, all the way down to the fucking core. Beautifully depicted. Beautiful pictures, aren't they? We've only dug down 8 miles. 8 fucking miles.
And there is one of the big flat Earth talking points. We've only dug down 8 miles, so we can't possibly know what the rest of the way is. Well, apart from all the data that we constantly gather with the science of seismology. We've never seen a picture of the flat Earth. So by his own logic, why should anyone believe in the flat Earth? Tim Davidson with Super Chat 2 of 30 for $5. Thank you. Speaking of Picasso, that hair is a masterpiece. The rest, like a microwaved Ken doll. Come on, the dude's lost weight. It's impressive. PhD Tony says, so a sonogram of a baby doesn't mean the baby exists. It's exactly the same principle. I know. When I give him a call, I will point that out.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Oh, and we also have beautiful pictures of the core of Mars too, right? And how do we dig down? I know how it was. Come here. Listen. This is how they did it. One of the land rovers that they landed up there. It's nowhere. It's nothing up there except, some sort of shielding or something. Who knows? I mean, who knows what's up there?
We do. Humans know because we've sent stuff to space constantly. And did he just say there's shielding there? Is he referring to the firmament as shielding? Like Star Trek? That's a new one. Hey Man Devil, welcome to the chat. Potato Tron, Aaron, Sam McBride, the Mojek, Tim Hunter. I'm glad you could all join. We are, of course, reviewing CeCe's new video. If you would like to support the channel, then do me a favor, make sure you've liked this video, you're subscribed if you haven't already, and you chuck a few super chats and memberships my way. If we get to 30 super chats, and I'll do it even if we don't get to 30 super chats, but if we could get to the 30 super chats, I will give CeCe a phone call. The quicker we get there, the quicker I give him a call. The less chance he'll be cooking dinner.
But anyway, it's just a hypothetical situation. So they one of the land rovers, or whatever the hell they are, one of the rovers, decided to dig down 8 inches. That's right. It stuck this little thing 8 inches down into the dirt or soil or whatever the fuck they say that Mars is made out of. Bullshit that they made. And that's how they decided to come up with the core. That's funny because we've done the same thing here. And we have a core for you too. That's great. Just great, guys. Unbelievable how people just can't just look at that one little thing and say to themselves, well, wait a minute, how do they know all of this? And why? What are they teaching volcanologists? How do you get a degree in volcanism?
By studying volcanoes, I imagine. Again, just because you, CeCe, are unaware of how these things work, because you've never bothered to look into how it's done, that means that everyone else should be as stupid as you? Is that right? No. We don't want to be stupid. If we ask ourselves that question, how do they know what's down there? You know what we do? We go and fucking research it and find out. And we don't instantly go, oh, that's all fake because we don't have a picture of the fucking blazing hot interior of the Earth. We understand that it's difficult to get down there, but we also understand that we can image the interior of the Earth in other ways. We've never seen your brain, CeCe. No one has ever seen your brain. There is no pictures of your brain. But we can infer that your brain most probably exists by the fact that you can apparently walk and talk at the same time. Rubik's for $2 says, make sure he emails me back. I will ask him when I give him a call. Ragespot points out we get a degree in volcanology by studying the planet Vulcan. Kyle Lloyd 4437 for $5 says, FTFE, you told me you would put lotions in the basket. Well, I do put lotions in the basket, but I don't give them to Rubik's because, they cost money.
What do you do in order to get this degree to become a volcanologist? Is there actually a volcanologist? There has to be. There's got to be somebody who's studying these fucking volcanoes, right? Don't they know? Don't they know all these layers are fake, that it's all bullshit? When they dug
Well, no, they know that they're not fake because there's shit coming from it. The volcanologists, PhD Tony points out that volcanism is incredibly dangerous and a lot of volcanologists die doing their research. But the ones that don't die, they can look at the shit that's come from the interior of the Earth. That's a way of knowing what's down there. The stuff that comes out of volcanoes. None your business in the chat says that's a rabid albino badger living on his head. Hey, no dissing CeCe's glorious hair, please. I won't have any of that.
Every single layer they dug down, they thought it was this, they thought it was that, and they were wrong every time. Then they got to the barrier. Okay, which is quite interesting because I don't know how many years
What did he
they
just
spent
say?
doing that, and they were run down every. Don't they know all these layers are fake? That it's all bullshit. When they dug down every single layer they dug down, they thought it was this, they thought it was that, and they were wrong every time. Then they got.
Okay, right. I'll give him a little bit of credit here, but I'm going to be a bit generous, I guess. When they dug the super borehole, right, it wasn't exactly as we expected. For instance, the further down that they dug, the less effective the drill was because the rock kind of became like rubber because it was so hot, right? And it wasn't the exact composition that we expected, you know, but that's what we do. We update our models when new data comes along. And, you know, we may not be 100% correct about what's in the center of the Earth. All right, what we say that we know has changed over time as our ability to get data has become more accurate. But that's what science does. It updates its model when new information comes along. We don't just go, the Earth's flat, therefore I'm going to just ignore anything else that says something different. Right? We're willing to change our mind when new information comes along. And we weren't completely wrong. We were just not 100% accurate.
To the barrier. Okay, which is quite interesting because I don't know how many years they spent doing that, trying to get through that one little thing.
There was no barrier. There was just a point they couldn't drill past anymore because their equipment wasn't able to. Because it wasn't designed for the conditions that were down there. Does he think there's a barrier underground the same way he thinks there's a shield above us? Is CeCe getting dumber, guys? Has he, like, lost brain cells with his weight?
And they just said, fuck it. It wasn't even our country that did it. But I think I heard somewhere about a month or two ago that we're going to try it again. Good. And you know what? This is exactly what they say about every disease out there. You know, and all this other bullshit. They bring it up, they put it out there, and then people forget about it because they got a mind of the fucking gerbil. That's it. They don't care. That's all they needed to hear it. They needed to hear it from the media. Okay? You know, they need to hear that we're going to Mars. That's it. They don't have to produce anything. They don't have to produce shit.
Yes, civilians don't produce anything going to Mars. The people sending things to Mars do. I don't understand his point here. He's just angry. PhD Tony says that was expected. What wasn't expected was that the Mohorivic discontinuity, the MOHO, is a phase transition rather than a chemical boundary. Phase transition. So it went from like solid rock to much less solid rock, right? Which we weren't expecting.
Enough for these people who are brain dead as far as I'm concerned. That's just enough for them. That's
the irony of CeCe calling other people brain dead.
All they need. Okay, yeah, we have a cure for that. Sure. We're also figuring out Alzheimer's. Yes, we're gonna find a cure. Yeah, Bill Gates. That's right. Bill Gates is gonna find a cure for Alzheimer's. How often are you gonna hear that? You're gonna hear.
Could you imagine if he stuck to one topic? That would be interesting, right? We are at 4 of 30 super chats, guys. If we get up to 30, or even if we don't, I'd love it if we could get all the way to 30 super chats. But even if we don't, I am going to give CeCe a call and ask him some questions about this video. I might even not hide my number this time. We'll see.
Once, and that's it. Poof. It's like they say in the movies, a fart in the wind just disappears. Nobody thinks about it. They don't.
Which movie said that?
Question it. That's all they need. They get on with their lives. That's all they do. Okay? They get on their lives. They totally forget about that. And it was like a topic of conversations for 10 minutes. And that is the attention level of, unfortunately, us. And the people who are controlling us know this. Okay? They know all of this.
No one controls us, CeCe. Well, your wife controls you. She tells you to stop being a fucking idiot. Which is always fun.
People can't remember something that happened 2 or 3 years ago. I think they already forgot about the C word, right? Did you forget about that? Well,
no one's forgotten about COVID, but COVID was half a fucking decade ago. People are still getting COVID vaccines now that require them. No one's forgotten that COVID was a thing. I certainly haven't forgotten that, like, I had to stop my kids going to school and stay in my house for fucking a year. No one's forgotten that happened, CeCe. But what we did was we got on with our lives.
Us flat earthers won't. No, that's burned in our brains every single day. Watching the scroll. Deaths, deaths, deaths. Every fucking day. You can't go to work. No, you can't. Till you do the jibby jabby. Yep. And you're going to lose your job, too.
Yeah, the vaccine that saved literally millions of lives. Such a bad thing, right, guys?
Forgot about that, huh? Every fucking time these politicians go up there and they just fucking talk and move and just say bullshit, I can't stand it. Ever since that time.
Why don't you run for office then, CeCe? Show us all how it's fucking done.
Because I know every
I'd vote for CeCe, wouldn't you? Wait, no, I wouldn't. That would be a stupid idea.
single thing that comes out of their fucking mouth is complete bullshit. Total fucking nonsense. None of it's true. None of it at all. They only do things for themselves. They want to make their pockets bigger, and that's what they do. For example, one of a former president of ours, I think when he got into office, they said his bank was bank account was about $80,000 or $100,000. Wow, that's funny because when he got out of office, guess what happened? He became a multi-millionaire. Doesn't that tell you anything? Every mayor, every congresswoman, every single one of them have absolutely no talent. It doesn't make a difference if you have any talent at all.
So let's just catch up here, guys. We've gone from we don't know what's in the center of the earth and it's all a lie to we don't know what's in the middle of Mars to politicians make money. And he complains about us having a short attention span. Amazing, right?
Politician, you could be as dumb as a box of rocks and still become a politician. You just have to get voted in. That's the thing. And you got to know people. If you don't know anyone, you're not going to get in that office. Come on, look at the people that are running the country right now. They're idiots.
I mean, he's got a point.
They're all idiots.
He does have a point. Trump's a fucking moron. This isn't disputable. Trump is a dumbass, and he's got dumber. Hey, we are all Gogglefrinchins. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? If you've just joined, guys, make sure you have smashed that like button like it's Daniel Pratt's face or Nathan Oakley's face. Then also make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already. And if you're watching this as a VOD later on, of course, go to the comments, swipe left a couple of times and hit that hype button. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep showing you this. Yes, I'm threatening you. Deal with it. Super chat 5 out of 30 from Facty for 279 says, I'm Craig. My favourite Star Trek character is R2-D2. I'm going to find you. I know where you live already, Facty. And when you're not expecting it, I'm going to be there. Thank you for the super chats. We are 5 out of 30 towards the goal. Once we hit the goal, or even if we don't, once I finish this video, I will give CeCe a call and check in on him.
Idiots. They don't have any brains at all whatsoever. I'm sorry. The cities are being destroyed. And I'm saying plural now. I'm not just saying New York City. I am saying the cities, plural, in the entire country are falling apart because of fucking politicians. You know, in Greece...
But didn't Trump say that DC is like all fixed and beautiful and everything?
And I think they still have that. They have term limits. Most of them don't even want to run. They're just running for the hell of it. You know, these people make careers out of it in this country. Okay, that's a god to me. Okay, that's a king. We abolished that many, many thousands of years ago, but yet...
What the fuck did he... Did he just say that they abolished kings many thousands of years ago? Your country was run by a king less than 300 years ago. you just had a thing, the 250. CeCe, bud, 250 is less than thousands. Does he think that like thousands of years ago we just stopped having kings on Earth or something? Oh, the stupid is brilliant, isn't it? I think we should check in with Vlad. Vlad, any thoughts about this?
Honestly, this is what I believe. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a flat earther. Either A, he knows it, B, he doesn't know.
Those are the choices.
But here's what I know is that he is backing away from, he's beginning to back away from the shit we could just set his ass on fire about, because he doesn't want to go up against an Eric Dubé or a Bro Sanchez or a Blacklight, anybody like that. He doesn't want to go up against them, because now you're going to have to compare oranges to our oranges.
And your oranges are full of stupid. Mikey, any thoughts?
You don't like the truth. And I want to know. So that was my other question. Why does the truth bother you? You globies out there, the AI generated person himself, Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, he is an AI generated person. He's not an actual real person. At least that's my theory. And he looks like an AI generated person. Why does the truth bother you?
Hi, my name's Nathan Oakley, and I have been lying to people about the Earth being flat for a lot of years. I did this to hide the fact I have a small penis.
Oh my goodness me. Mikey is doing all the activism, says Froggo. Froggo is correct. Mikey loves his activism.
It's upheld now because they say whatever they want to say. They do whatever the hell they want to do, and you have to obey whatever it is that they say to do. That's it. That's how it is. It's always been with the politicians around here. They didn't have this kind of power back in the day, back in our history of America.
I mean, I kind of do agree with him about politicians, right? You shouldn't be allowed to just run stuff forever, right? I think the people that, like, presidents should be given, the job of president should be given to someone who doesn't want to do it. Right, and you know, if you do well, you get to quit. The better you do as president, the quicker you can leave the job. Is I think how it should be. Because people that want to be president, I think they should be, looked into. Hey, Batterbond, how you doing? Welcome, Avigador. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Nice to see you here. Man Devilish says that, yes, politics should be like jury duty. Yeah. Today's Prime Minister was selected from a group that really didn't want to do it. And they can only finish once they've reached the goals that have been set out.
Okay? They none of them had this kind of power. They made this power. And they made people believe they have this power of voting. Yes, the magical voting thing, right? Oh, isn't that great? We can vote him out. You're not voting shit out. Okay? If they don't want him in there, he's not going to be there anymore.
Is he going to get back to Flat Earth? I don't want to talk politics. Politics makes me lose subscribers.
It has nothing to do with you. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, so pictures. That's all they give us for all the layers of Earth.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, once again. And this is what they're teaching our kids. Doesn't bother anybody about that. Space. Fake pictures. No. Illustrations. Sorry, I slipped.
But there's lots of real pictures of space. Yes, no one's going to disagree that there are many illustrations of things in space. Because most of the things are too far away to get good pictures of. So there's a lot of illustrations, but there's also lots of real pictures. Lots of them taken by amateur astronomers, like my good friend Astronomy Live. Check him out on X or on YouTube to see the awesome work that he does, imaging galaxies and nebula and the ISS and stars and planets and moons. We are all Golga Frinchins with Super Chat 6 of 30 says for $5. I guess I'll make myself big here. Hi, I'm Craig. My favourite Star Trek episode is when Picard sat on a Rubik's Cube, ripping his onesie. He repaired the hole while saying, "Make it so." I feel sad now. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. And guys, remember, just like we are all Goggle Frinchins just did, when you super chat, you can make me say whatever you want.
Up there. Okay, it's illustrations. That's all it is. Illustrations. Yes.
Apart from the real pictures, of course, because there's lots of real pictures. Like, for instance, this being a real picture taken with an actual camera, taken by Harrison Smith on the Apollo 17 in 1972. The photograph was taken with the South Pole facing up, so obviously it's been flipped upside down. And it was taken with a camera, a physical Hasselblad camera. No illustrations, no computers, no CGI. This is an actual photo of something in space. So yes, CeCe, there are illustrations and photos, but there are also real, illustrations and cartoons and CGI, but there's also actual real photos. Just because you don't believe it. But CeCe, there is absolutely zero real pictures of the flat Earth. Do you know why that is? Because the Earth's not fucking flat.
That's right. That's what they are. All of them. Every single one of them. It's a cartoon book. A college book now is a cartoon book, especially when it comes down to astronomy.
CeCe, you're talking like you've ever been to college. Guys, in the chat, press 1 if you think CeCe's ever entered a building of higher education, or press 2 if you think he eats crayons for breakfast, especially the purple one. UHC with 50 sec, super chat 7 out of 30, thank you very much, says, if CeCe doesn't pick up the phone, it's probably just perspective and refraction blocking the signal. Well, of course. Whatever reason would there be for him not answering the phone to me? J Gale, 42 wasn't one of the options, but I appreciate it. Nikki Lauder says, press 2. Yes, that's what I asked you to do. Look, none of you think he's ever been in the building of higher education. And that's probably because he hasn't. Anna N. Handel says, does it count if he was dragged into the building for studying? He never studied.
And anything science-wise, it's all bullshit. They are teaching you nothing in college. They are teaching you a thing.
I don't know. At college, I learned music, physics, nuclear engineering. Well, I learned music at college and physics and nuclear engineering at university/Royal Navy. Yes, they teach you things. But these are the words of someone who has never done higher education. That's why he's saying this. And this is what all the flat earthers do. Oh, it's just indoctrination. You just have to repeat back what they say to you and you get a degree. Yeah, you're saying that because you've never studied for a degree. If you did, you would know that's not fucking true. You have to show that you can apply your knowledge. Which flat earthers are unable to do. They're too busy licking the back of a fucking window of a short bus. Fits of Rage, who's been a member for 6 months, says, I'm FTFE, and I am trading my UK citizenship to Fitz for his US citizenship and a fruit roll-up. Fruit roll-ups are fucking horrible. I won't do that. Ew. There's 200 of you watching, and let me see how many likes we've got. 72 likes. Guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's at least get up to 100 likes. You know, I've got access to Daniel Pratt, and we're controlling him with a chip implanted where the brain should be. And if you don't like, you know, just like if you don't dance, I can just send Pratt to your house. So do me a favor, smash the like button. Imagine it's Nathan Oakley's face. All right? Look, Here it is.
Hi.
Just imagine the like button is that, right? And just hit it. You don't want to do it once because you don't want to catch anything. But come on. Like button. Smash it now. Inquisitive Infidel for $5 with Super Chat. 8 out of 30 says for $5, if the evidence standards of Flat Earth were applied across the board, we would have no scientific evidence of anything. Yes, because Flat Earthers are pseudoscientists when reviewing Flat Earth evidence and just straight up science denialists when reviewing globe evidence. It's a rule of Flurf, number 3, I believe. No exceptions. Iron Raven says fruit roll-ups are wonderful. No, I don't like them at all. Thank you, Robert Williams. Press the button.
They're teaching you how to obey. They're indoctrinating you. And that's how it's always been. It's just took me a while to figure it out as a flat earther. Just as it took me a while.
As a fucking idiot, you mean? I mean, you can just say it, CeCe. You're a dumbass, dude. I mean, you've got wonderful hair. We love you, and I missed you. But you can just say it. You don't have to say I'm a flat earther. You can just say I eat crayons for breakfast. It's fine. Rubik says, I already pressed it. Should I press it again? Yeah, you can press it again if you don't want the scraps from dinner that I've left for you. I mean, I ate most of mine. There wasn't much left on the plate. But Struan didn't eat all of his pork chop. And Violet didn't finish her mashed potato. So I was going to give you that later. You know, but if you press it twice, then I just won't. Come on, Rubik's. You were going to get a scrap of pork chop and some cold mashed potato and gravy. Just like a little bit. Do you really want to jeopardize that? Think.
Well, to figure out that the Earth is flat. It's stationary. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere.
Then why do all measurements disagree with you? Every single measurement ever done shows that the Earth is not flat and stationary. It's curved and moving.
There's no space. It doesn't exist.
Then where are we sending rockets?
I mean, radiation belt? What the fuck are you talking about? You're telling me that you're sending astronauts. Astronauts who are very important military people, by the way.
Not all astronauts are military. That's just incorrect.
Okay. Through this radiation belt that goes on for 40, 50 miles. Okay?
Yeah, they're really not in the Van Allen belts for very long. This is a classic flat Earth thing. Oh, well, how can they go to space if there's a Van Allen belt? Well, the fact that he's acknowledging that the Van Allen belts are real is a start, I guess. But the astronauts going through the Van Allen belts get about as much radiation as you get in an X-ray. You don't get much. They're not in it very long. And they go through the weaker parts. The majority of it is alpha, that you could block with a bit of paper. Mojek says, can you give Rubik's a cup of a cup of sweat? No, I'd have to collect the sweat. That sounds like effort. Super chat, 9 out of 30 from We Are All Goggle Frinchins. £5, thank you. Blake 7 is the best sci-fi series and deserves a remake. It's update for the modern age as the Federation soldiers dressed like ice cosplayers. It had update for the modern age. Yeah, Blake 7 was alright. The Turtle Moves for £5 says, CeCe has been in an Institute of Higher Education. He said taxi for Craig.
They have families. They're afraid to die. No, I guess they're not. They're very brave, right? Yeah.
Yes, astronauts are extremely brave. Going to space is dangerous, right? There's a good chance you're not going to come back, right? I mean, look at the amount of accidents there's been in space. They had to fucking bodge a square peg into a round hole. Otherwise, they would have ran out of air. You know, going to space isn't safe. Yes, they are very fucking brave.
So they come through this radiation belt, highly poisonous. The only thing that can protect you from it, as far as I know, is gold.
As far as you know. Well, CeCe, you don't know very much, so we don't really care as far as you know. Why would you think gold is the only thing that could protect you against the radiation in the Van Allen belt? What particular radiation does gold protect you against? Who told you that? Where did you get that bit of information?
Shielding, like a thick lead shielding that weighs God knows how much, you know? And water. All of which we can't get that into space. It's too heavy. Things have to be very...
He thinks we don't take water to space? They take quite a lot of water to space.
Light here, okay? Back and forth through the radiation belt. Not a single astronaut dies of cancer. Not one.
Pretty sure there has been astronauts that have died of cancer. But again, the amount of radiation that you actually get in the Van Allen radiation belt is tiny. Like, let's see how much. Passing through the Van Allen radiation belt typically exposes astronauts to roughly 1 to 19 MSV of radiation. This dose is comparable to or less than the radiation from a standard abdominal CT scan and is well below the threshold for acute radiation sickness. For example, NASA's Apollo missions carefully managed this risk with astronauts recording doses of around 11 MSV, a level that presented no acute threat to their health. Imagine if flat earthers just used Google for a fucking second. Wicked Pisser, who's been a member for 20 months. Dude, you're only 4 months away from twice around the Barry center of our solar system. Barry, I like that. Thank you. Says, we never actually see CeCe drive that short bus. I phoned him the other day and he was apparently driving it with people on it. So, Inquisitive Infidel for £2 with Super Chat 11 out of 30 says, and radiation sources are moved with long poles. What do you mean? Like CT scans and stuff? Emma Pond in the chat. Hi, Craig. Hi, Emma. How you doing? I like the name Emma. In fact, I've got your name on my arm, Emma. See? Emma, it says Emma there. Well, it says Emma Louise because that's my wife's name. I got your name on me, Emma. How does that feel?
Not a single one. No problem. Yet there are people here who don't even smoke who get lung cancer. It doesn't make any sense, right? It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you think smoking is the only cause of lung cancer? Because that's a stupid thing to say.
You know, I mean, look, if anybody...
Hey, Gary.
When I got into Flat Earth, it's not something that I did in a day. Or a month, for that matter. It took a little bit longer than that for me.
Yeah, your brain damage took a good couple of years, didn't it, CeCe?
All right, and it probably has for other people too. But if you're here watching my video, you've taken the first step. That's right. So I hope your step continues.
CeCe, let's look at the comments on your video, dude. CeCe, you are not trained or qualified to speculate about radiation in space. Hey, CeCe. March to the Moon, Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo missions. Thousands of real photos. Bad news. You don't understand anything. It's surprising that you don't let facts or reality itself affect your lack of knowledge. Hey, long time no see, CeCe. I was getting worried. But I can see you've had time off for weight loss surgery. I'm looking forward to seeing Simon Dan critique your latest effort. Your evidence, anything, something, please. A layer of something. Your inability to understand something doesn't mean it's not possible. There is no comments here that are positive towards you, CeCe. CeCe, you don't have any flat earthers watching you. Every single person watching your channel, CeCe, is there to laugh at you. I honestly don't think there's a single fucking comment that's in your favor. Nope. Kevin says, "Good to see you, Chris," and that's I think the most positive thing that you've had
But it just doesn't make any sense at all that your average Joe out there just can't look and just say, wait a minute, there's something the matter with this. And that's how all of us got into flat Earth. There's something a matter. There's something a matter.
Semi-Evolved Monkey says, has anyone seen the newest Discord video of Nathan Oakley on Worldwide Debate? It was glorious. He got emphatically destroyed. Do me a favor, Semi. Email me a link to that video or tag me on Discord or something. I would like to cover that because that could be very funny. Super chat 12 out of 30 from Flurf Destroyer, $5 Australian, thank you, says, even flat earthers say CeCe is an idiot. So does his wife. Funny that.
Thing doesn't click. It's not right. How can we have all of these pictures of all of these universes and all of these places when they can't even give us a fucking picture, a real picture of something on the moon? But I could look at something.
There is literally thousands of pictures, real pictures of somethings on the moon. Inquisitive FL $2 says distance, time, and shielding when dealing with sources. Yeah, of course. The further away you are and the more shielding you use, the less radiation you get. But again, going through the Van Allen belts, you don't even get that much radiation, especially when you go through the weaker parts like they do. Oh, if it's a very long video of Nathan Oakley, that could be good to cover on the 31st of this month when I do my next membership drive.
9 billion, trillion, quadrillion miles away, million, whatever. You make up fucking numbers. That's all they do. Really, it's probably only about 60 or 70 miles up there, I'm thinking, because the moon's only about 60 or 70. It's in the dome. It's projection or some sort. Or what I'm thinking, the stars.
The moon's in the dome. It's a projection. Is it a projection or is it in the dome? Which is it, CeCe? And it's certainly not 60 or 70 miles because you'd be able to fucking hit it with radar and check that shit.
Might be. And I've given this some thought. Okay?
CeCe, you've never thought a day in your life, dude. Don't lie to us. Guys, we're at 13 out of 30 super chats, and we've done that pretty quickly. We've got still over an hour to go on the super chat goal. If we just get another 17 super chats, I will give CeCe a call. Or I'll give him a call when we finish this video, whichever happens first. I want to thank you all, so much for the support that you give me. It means the absolute fucking world. I really do appreciate it.
It's like a layer of something in the upper atmosphere, because when you pass it, the stars disappear. So it's got to be some sort of...
No, they don't! He thinks that when you go up into space, the stars disappear. He's complaining, right, about school books and university books and textbooks and stuff making stuff up. Well, he's here making stuff up. It's fantastic. Like Green Wizard points out in the chat, they just make things up, says Grandpa as he makes things up. Facepalm.
Like God had to have made some sort of holographic image. I mean, if you think about it, look, if we were to create a world like this, okay, we would want nobody to be able to get to the projection of the sun, of the moon. So where is the only place that you would put it? You wouldn't put it here. You would put it out there.
Out where? I thought space wasn't fucking real. You need to prove this is a projection anyway, that the sun and the moon are projections. But, the claim that Earth was made is a stupid one anyway, right? If Earth was made for us, why is 90% of it unfucking habitable? Why can't we live in the majority of Earth? Why is the most of the water on Earth undrinkable? Why are so many animals able to just kill us with a little bit of poison? Insects can murder us. Like me, if a fucking wasp stings me, I need a fucking EpiPen or I die of anaphylactic shock. This world does not seem created for us. It's hostile towards us. We are all Golga Frinchins, who's been a member for 23 months. 1 more month, twice around the Barry Centre. Says CeCe has no common sense. Barely makes comment sense. Boom.
Above the dome. I don't know. It's all of us have different ideas and they constantly change, you know, but the whole thing is that we all agree on is that we live on a flat earth. We're covered with a dome or some sort.
Right. No, we don't agree with you, and not even all flat earthers agree there's a dome. You can't get anything right, can you, CeCe? How do you hold down a job for so long? How did you get a driving license? So in America, guys, Americans in the chat, they just let anyone have a license over there? Do you even have to do a test?
Sort of shielding or something we can't get out of. They've tried. That's right. The military? Yeah. Remember Operation Fishbowl? Nah. No.
Yeah, Operation Fishbowl that had rocket nukes going off at 30 miles, 60 miles, 200 miles. Why so many different distances? If there's a dome, it's just in one place. So why did they have nukes going off at so many different distances? Operation Fishbowl was just to see what happens when you set off nukes in the fucking atmosphere. And that's it. Thank you, Semi-Evolved Monkey. I do appreciate that. Green Wizard needs food for $5. Super chat 14 out of 30 says, my genius plan to perpetrate a mass conspiracy that requires the most complicated form of math to work. Yeah, the flat earth doesn't need any math to work because math is just fake and gay. Didn't you know that? Brandon, $4.99 with super chat 15 out of 30. Halfway to the super chat goal, guys. Of course, CeCe is a fucking idiot. Nobody has hair that good and a functioning brain. I know, right? I mean, my hairline is receding pretty badly at this point. Look at that fucking... That's a 5 head, guys. Like... You wonder why I started wearing a baseball cap and stopped with the faux hawk. Look at that fucking head. Right, it's a sniper's dream. Right now, if you open the comments section, you could still see my forehead. No one with hair that good has a brain.
People don't look at that. Why would they be throwing bombs up there over and over and over again for years? No, you know what they were doing? I think they were just testing out the equipment, right? Just to see how they sound or look. Maybe? I don't... They were looking for where it ends and where it begins, is why that was there. Antarctica, shut down. Gone. You can't touch it. Nope.
What do you mean you can't touch Antarctica? What does that even mean, CeCe? You can go to Antarctica and touch the ground.
Go down there without a chaperone, and the chaperone only gives you this little area that you can go on Peninsula Island.
No, that's completely untrue. Absolutely anybody can get a boat, go to Antarctica, and go wherever you want. Right? Now, every country has rules about it. For instance, right, if you lived in the UK and you just got your own boat, went to Antarctica, and you pulled up on shore and then walked around, somehow survived and then came back, you'd be in a lot of trouble when you got home, right? Because there's rules, you have to get permits, etc. No one's going to stop you. There's no military that's going to stop you going there. You can go, you will be in trouble when you get home, right? And no one's going to come and fucking help you. For instance, any of the scientific institutions in Antarctica, they are under no obligation to provide you with aid if you turn up and you're in trouble. They probably would because they're good people, but they're under no obligation to give you support and food and help and water and shelter. And you know, good chance you just get fucking ignored and you're on your own, dude. But there's no one that's going to stop you. You can go there and do what you fucking want.
Or whatever the hell it's called. That's all. That's all you can go to. You can't go anywhere. That doesn't even scratch the surface of Antarctica. Okay? That's all. Why would you think they do that? Do you think the military gives a shit about penguins? Do you think they give a shit about that? No.
There is no military in Antarctica. Kind of the point.
They are told to keep people out of there. Because that's where the...
No, they're not. The military are not told to keep people out of Antarctica. That is a straight up fucking lie.
Find the truth, okay? And if you want to come down, you're going to have to pay $25,000 to come down and see it. And we're going to keep you right here in this compound. People don't think about that at all. No. No, they don't. They don't. They don't think about the blue sky. They're just told that that's from the sun. You know, the way the earth is tilted and the sun rays, it creates the blue sky. Well,
it's not really anything to do with the earth being tilted. It's to do with the fact that our atmosphere absorbs certain wavelengths of light, and blue is absorbed less than other wavelengths, which makes the sky look blue, because that's the light that gets through to us. Guys, do you think the CeCe's been right once in his entire life? I don't. Right, we're about halfway through, well, a bit more than halfway through CeCe's video. We're halfway to the super chat goal. We got 15 out of 30. Just need another 15 super chats, and I will give CeCe a good old phone call and ask him some questions, if I'm able to. He normally hangs up on me after a little bit, but we'll try.
no, it would explain sky ice. That's what it would explain to me. Okay.
Sorry, did he just say the blue sky is because of sky ice? Do you not think we'd know if there was fucking big chunks of ice in the sky? Is he saying that the firmament is made of ice now? I thought it was a shield. An ice shield?
Star trails. How could you possibly be on this ridiculous ball if we could take star trails, elapsed camera of perfect circles up in the sky? How?
That's exactly what we expect, because we are rotating, the Earth is rotating, and the stars are relatively stationary compared to us. All of the stars that we see are moving around the galaxy with us. So when we rotate, they look like they... If the Earth were flat, then you wouldn't get circles, you would get ellipses.
How is that possible without being on a flat Earth? How can I see so far off? Hundreds of miles of curvature is missing.
There's no curvature missing. There is zero curvature missing. The curvature is exactly what we expect because refraction is a thing. The fact that things get hidden shows that there's a curve. Where's the rest of the fucking oil rigs, CeCe?
Be able to see these mountains, okay, and that's where it gets me into the next point where I've been for the last 6 weeks, shall we say.
Oh my god, we're gonna find out what's going on.
That's where I was, in the mountains. Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything. There's no cell phone service where we are. I played nurse, physical therapist, caregiver, and cook for all that time. I'm not going to get into whom, what. All I'm just saying, it was an emergency and it had to be done.
Who believes any of that? Not me.
And it's good to be here, back in the city or wherever you want to call it. You know, just.
And that's definitely a city, CeCe. It's definitely a fucking city. You know, I'm just going to give him a call now.
sorry no one's here to take your call.
Oh, come on.
Number. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
What's up, Chris? Just want to say glad that you're back, dude. I've got a lot of questions about your latest video, so I'm going to try and call you over the next few days whenever I'm live, okay? I want to say you're looking fantastic. I'd love to know your secret of the weight loss. And I'd love to hear about your time camping in the hills. Speak to you soon. Love you. Bye. Damn it. Super chat 16 out of 30. We are all Golgafrinchians. £5. It was named Operation Fishbowl because the sky would glow like a fishbowl. Stupid name. They'd have been better off with Operation Fried Pigeon. Dead Skin Mask for $5. My contribution to Cool CeCe. Thank you very much. I'll try again at the end of the video.
As much as I love the woods, it kind of gets to you after a while, you know what I mean? Anyway, this Saturday is the anniversary, 250 years of our country. That's right, I think we're the oldest country around. Anyway, this Saturday is the anniversary, 250 years of our country. That's right, I think we're the oldest country around.
CeCe, do you not remember how your country was formed? You kicked out the British and became, you know, independent of the United Kingdom of Great Britain, which still exists. You know, Mexico existed before. Have you heard, CeCe, of China? Holy shit. That is spectacular stupid.
Anyway, this Saturday is the anniversary, 250 years of our country. That's right, I think we're the oldest country around.
Soak that up, guys. Soak up the fucking stupid. He thinks the United States of America is the oldest country around. Top 5 oldest countries that still exist. Where is it? Come on. My Google's being slow. So, Greece, you know, you guys have heard of ancient Greece, right? Around about 1600 BCE. So, you know, it's a good, like, close to 4,000 years old. Persian, well, so Iran, kind of 550 BC. China was founded in 2070 BCE. So China's like 5,000 years old. Egypt may be the oldest country that still exists today. Records indicate it was founded around 3100 BCE, which would make it like over 6,000 years old. Now, guys, please tell me, What's more, 6,000 or 250? Oh my God.
We're still going, huh? Still kicking along. Could you imagine how much money this country really does have? With all the gold and
none. Your country has literally trillions in debt. Every other country in the world kind of owns you. You sell stocks in your country that people like China and Russia buy. Have you not heard of the national? You don't have any money. Zoomicide says, I like trains. Me too.
all of the shit that we must have found back in the 20s or the 30s or the 1800s. You know, could you imagine how much technology we have? Because every time they start a war, they specifically blow up stupid things that you go, why the fuck are they blowing that building up? What's the point of that? You know what the point of it is? Because it's probably on top of something that they don't want you to see. Okay? It's just a matter of time until they take out the city. New York City, for that matter. Half the city is probably on top of all sorts of shit that we don't know about. I know Grand Central Stations is. I know the iron flats out there. The iron, you know what I'm talking about. It escaped my head right now for the first one.
Jesus
Flat
Christ,
Iron
man.
District, okay, is where a lot of shit is. Okay, that I personally know. Because I've spoken to architects. It's so hot here today. I mean, it's like confusing people. They're getting confused. It's either maybe because it's getting into their head. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's so funny though. They're just like, some of them are in slow motion. I don't
Your
know.
brain works
I don't
in slow
know.
motion, dude.
You know, I'll tell you. All I know is what I've seen since I've become a flat earther. I've now seen the truth, and now I know they're seriously up to some serious shit. I just can't pinpoint exactly what it is. You know, they're putting shit in the sky. They've been doing it for decades now. You know, people can't.
So we've gone from flat Earth, core of Mars, politicians, Operation Fishbowl, moon landing, Van Allen radiation belts, USA oldest country in the world. Now we're at chemtrails, and there was a slight segue into possible terrorism just then, but we're going to brush past that. And he really complains that like people have a short attention span. Jesus Christ.
See that they're just so fucking lost. They don't know really anything at all. I mean, at this point, if they can't just see simple chemtrails, okay, or simple diagrams, illustrations that are being faked and thrown off in school as education. Okay, it's not education. It's cartoons. Okay, maybe that's why people watch The Simpsons. You know, and that other cartoon, the Family Guy, or whatever the hell it is. These stupid shows that are on TV. They've become so.
Hey, don't diss Family Guy. What day? Hey, wait. A new episode of... It's Tuesday, right? It's a new episode of Rick and Morty out yet? Ooh, I might watch that after this.
Attached to them. South Park. I remember when that first came out back in the 90s, early 90s. I walked into...
Not early 90s, late 90s, CeCe. I remember watching the first episode of South Park. I was having a sleepover at my friend Anthony's house. There was me, my mate Adrian, Martin, Bradley, and obviously Anthony, all crammed into this little room watching South Park on this tiny little TV. It was fucking brilliant.
TGIF, when I used to eat shit food, or, you know, I was trying to meet some women and stuff like that. Yeah, great place. You're going to meet a woman at TGIF. That's right. Who's got a brain? Good luck. Good luck. Anyway. You know, so it's like Friday night, and I'm wondering why everybody is glued. It's got to be about, I would say it must have been, it was after work, so it was probably 6 maybe. Just say it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody's glued to the fucking TV. All right. I never really watched TV. Maybe the Twilight Zone or the Honey. Oh, by the way, don't forget about...
I don't know about you guys, but I don't really watch that much TV, right? When my wife and I are eating dinner, we're put on series that we've maybe watched 10 times already. Star Trek, Stargate. Currently, we're near the end of Doctor Who, watching Ncuti Gatwa as Doctor. And, you know, maybe before we go to bed, sometimes we'll put on an episode of Still Game or something. But we don't really watch that much TV. If anything, we'd sit and play Satisfactory together rather than watch TV. I don't think people watch TV in the same way that they used to. At least that's how I find it. To the Turtle Moves for £2 Super Chat, 18 out of 30. Thank you very much. American education. We are the oldest and the bestest. Yeah, American education is got a lot to fucking answer for.
The marathon this weekend, okay? Get the tape cassettes out. I used to tape it every time. It's awesome. I used to love it. I have like 70 feet worth of cassette tapes of the Honeymooners and the Twilight Zone. So everybody's glued to the TV and they just can't get their eyes off it. I'm wondering, what the fuck are they watching? You know?
Star Trek, mostly.
It's a cartoon. And I'm like, what cartoon is this? You know, is this for adults or something like that? I didn't know that cartoon, South Park, and the other ones are actually telling the future. But the thing is I can't bring myself to watch it. You know what I'm talking about? I just can't. I can't bring myself.
Does he think that they're actually telling the future, or was that just... I don't know. He's so dumb.
To watch this fucking stupidity. You know, when I see it on the internet and I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, there it is. There it is. Those are the buildings. They're down. You know, they're on fire. You know, there's a plane on fire. You know, there's something else. Oh, you know, a bug. You know, whatever. Fucked up, man. Just fucked up. I know they're up.
You are fucked up, CeCe. Seriously, dude.
It's like they keep. I think they're changing it. You know, they had everything set, but now that people have woken up, now they're trying.
Yes, Zumi, I've seen the season finale of The Boys. A little bit disappointing compared to how the comics finished, to be honest. But, you know, yeah, The Boys was pretty awesome. Invincible was pretty good as well.
They're, like, scattering around. They don't know what to do. You know, they don't know if they should do a UFO disclosure. You know, they can't figure it out now at this point. Because this should have been done a long time ago. As far as I'm concerned, the C word, that was a test. They wanted to see how you would obey.
Cunt.
And it worked well. I believe.
Is that what it means by the C word? Cunt? It's a good fucking word, cunt.
Large population bought it. You know? They did. And they still do. To this day. They're still walking around with diapers. I can't believe it. Still to this fucking day. I'm like, Jesus Lord. You need help. You certainly do.
Yes, you fucking do, CeCe. You think America's the oldest country in the world, you dipshit.
Oh. So I don't know. They're like scrambling around right now. They're looking for something to do. Can't figure it out. War doesn't work. No countries will buy it. You know? That won't work.
War doesn't work, he's right.
They're scrambling around. They're trying something. Well, we'll see. We will see, because it's going to be soon. That I can guarantee you, they're running out of time. Too many people are waking up. Yeah.
Flat Earthers keep saying that everyone's waking up and Flat Earth's growing, yet there's no Flat Earth content anymore. I find it hard to find things to cover these days.
I bump into at least every day now, at least one or two people. Not that they're flat earthers, but just questioning everything. That's a big step. You see, when you start questioning things, okay, that's when your mind starts opening up. If you don't question anything, then you're closed-minded. You're an NPC. You might as well be, you know? If you can't think about perhaps maybe understanding the digital world, you know, if you can't understand, you know, why the government's the way it is and why prices are the way they are, you know, because that's not accidental. You think all of this is an accident? No. You think your existence is an accident? No, it's not.
No, my mum and dad had sex on purpose to make me. Nick, who has been a member for 9 months, says, I question how a grown adult can be so stupid. Brain damage, I imagine.
Okay. It's God. God has created.
Prosthetic Head says, FTFE, is CeCe worthy of the lantern ring? Which one? I think he would be worthy of the brown ring of feces.
Created everything. Nobody else. God has created that dome. God has created this flat earth. God has created you.
God created a little fishbowl with a world that's inhospitable to us mostly. Puny fucking God.
Okay? That's what God has done. And he or she or whoever it may be loves you.
Alanis Morissette.
But you're not going to find things out easy. That's the whole point. You got to think. You got to understand. You got to question everything. Well, now that
Apart from God and flat Earth, obviously, right?
I'm here, I can get along with my business. More videos. Unfortunately, I left my camera equipment up in the woods, so I'm going to have to go back and get it. But that's no big deal. I'll be visiting that area quite often now.
You are using a camera right now, are you not?
But, if you care to email me and, well, no. I don't know.
We've emailed you lots, CeCe. You don't respond.
I'll tell some people what really happened, but just glad I'm here. So just think everything. Think about everything. Okay, question everything. The sun, the moon, they're all close. They're all stationary. There's no space. Rainbows really are a big giveaway. Oh, you know where I was? The rainbows are different.
You can have rainbows indoors using a torch and a tap. Dumbass.
It's really weird. Like here we have multiple Roy G. Bibb, the colors of the rainbow. There's only like 4 colors, and they go right into the mountain. It's freaky, you know? Usually here you get the full circle and everything like that. This goes directly right into the woods. That was one thing that I noticed. Unfortunately, the camera, you know, as good as these cameras are on these fucking phones, they're not really good at taking rainbows. They suck. Come on, guys. Apple, you know? Upgrade your phones.
Why would you use Apple? They're shit.
Android, upgrade the phones. Give us better cameras. Give us something that I don't have to pull out a freaking P1000 to take some shots on. It's like, oh yeah, we have equipment for the whatever. I don't give a shit. Bullshit. Everything is bullshit, man. Everything. Oh.
Everything you say is bullshit, that's for sure. Nick Wall, £5, super chat, 18 out of 30, says, CeCe has uploaded a new video. His carer left him unattended in the car again.
This is bullshit. Everything they tell you is bullshit. It's all fucking lies. This happened here. This happened there. This happened there. Oh, we're going to have a cure for this. Bullshit. Okay? We're going to have something for that. Bullshit. I call out your bullshit. It's all bullshit. That's all it is.
Everything you say is bullshit.
Game to them. And you're the player. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. I'm going to be a part of your life.
Well, wasn't that something fucking special, guys? Right. Before we finish for tonight, I just want to say thank you to everybody for all the support and love and super chats and likes and subscribers and the gifted memberships and everything like that. I'm going to try and call CeCe once more.
Sorry, no one's here to take your call.
Pretty sure he cut that short there. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another stream, not sure what yet. I will find something and have some fun. But I will be back then. In the meantime, before we go, let me ask a very important question. It's the most important question that's ever been asked. And that question is, can we pretend, right? Can we just pretend that airplanes, I don't know, like in the night sky, can we just pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Thank you for watching. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good
morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on the ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. Go on, Mr. Sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bulls. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first, full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon up to the stratosphere, page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska. You're as bright as Alaska in December, and you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a fruit
You're Mr.
cake.
Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need the hard burying blurbs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poise and grace. Mage 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the world of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe a musical assault will knock some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realize you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of.
You're a few clowns short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of a boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit loop short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You've got the mind of a chimp, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind I writ up on your mom's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed, circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you call a water level, sit and swivel. You nasal gazing muppet, you can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them. And I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with a vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck.